and after that. So he'll definitely be a threat. Mr. Yagut he always has interesting decks. I'm not sure how well he's gonna do. I don't think he's gonna win this. To be honest, there's two stronger players, in my opinion. But
not like Harrison is gonna make it fair.
No, it's not gonna be a deal breaker, right?
He's shown respect for the rogue in all three of those decks to some degree, with the Harrison, with the Ooze, with the with just playing Freeze Mage.
Like I can't really tell until the bans are in, but like in knowing XiXo, it's probably gonna be a page.
Salty, and it doesn't affect gameplay.
So the bans are in and they're underway. Ryzen has banned Druid and XiXo has banned Warrior. So going to have the first match in a second as well.
It makes a lot of sense for XiXo to ban Warrior because like it's good against his active Shaman. I'm guessing it's that. It's good against his Patron. It's good against his what I will assume is aggro Druid as well. Last time we saw XiXo playing Warlock, I think he was playing Renalog. It's gonna be interesting to see if he has changed that.
Oh boy, really good start for both players. If we had the Leopardom into the Totem Golem, and with 6 we have to coin War Axe into double Dread Corsair. It's pretty good against an aggro deck. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that. Attacks into the Totem Golem so you can play another War Axe next turn, which is smart. But Ryzen's gonna get rid of those 2 taunts pretty easily with the Rockbiter into Leopardom. Well, it doesn't look too bad for both players here. It really depends on what they draw into here. I think the first one who's just like if the Shaman manages to curve out well, I think it's actually quite.
The thing about Shaman is that a lot of the top decks are really bad now. You need minion pressure here. Or you need to draw Doomhammer, but there's a lot of bad draws. Like Lavish Shock, more Burst. Like, Burst is not good to draw right now for Burst, for Ryzen. He needs minion pressure or Doomhammer.
Needs minions or the Ancestral Knowledge, right? So
yeah, Ancestral Knowledge would be, it wouldn't be the best draw, but...
XiXo with the smart Enrage, like... that's one of the
Lavish Shock.
Like a Shredder would have been great here. I don't know, does this deck even play Shredders?
No,
I'm not even sure. What's the 4-drop for the aggro Shaman? I'm not even sure. I haven't played this deck a lot. I played against it a lot actually.
You wanna hear a secret, Hermia? There is no 4-drop.
Oh, there is no 4-drop. Just like 4.
I think the highest cost card is 3 mana.
Damn.
Those are charges of Pharaohs.
Oh, there it is. Won't be nice last turn. If he gets a taunt on him here, it's actually quite good though. Like XiXo knows. Are you just gonna go for the Crackle to prevent the shield slam? Alright, interesting.
It was also tempting to use the Crackle last turn because he had the spell power, but it kind of worked out for him to save it here.
Yeah, Despite Whirlwind. He knows there's not that many Whirlwind targets. He already doubled 2 Leopard Gnomes. There's really not that many.
Yeah, I think they run abusives as well, but it's kind of situational, so...
Yeah, it's true.
That is an insane top deck, and suddenly it looks really good for Ryzen because it doesn't look like XiXo has any play next turn.
Yeah, he already played 2 of his Dread Corsairs too, right? That's like all of his taunts. Actually, he still has the unstable goals, but he already has the Earthshock for one of those.
I think usually he runs only 1 unstable goal, like at least in his older post-nerf patron list. So
yeah, XiXo's just gonna go for the race here now. They're just gonna equip the next Deathbite. Gonna play the Boom next turn. Just go for the face. Oh, Taunt Totem's gonna prevent that though. Really good RNG and like draws for Ryzen in the last 2 turns.
Yeah.
He's gonna push for a lot of damage. And now it just comes down to like him drawing 1 burn. So he needs like a Lava Burst, he needs a Rock Biter. Even a Lightning Bolt could be enough at this point. Deltap's gonna slow him down for 1 turn. But he's gonna get another 2 damage in. With the Argent Horse Rider. Now the 4 with the Doomhammer. He already has 2 with the Lava Shock. There's a Lava Burst. I think the game's pretty over. There's no way XiXo kills him next turn, right? Like, Grom is only 19, so... I actually like the Lava Burst here. Use your mana. Yeah, alright. He's just gonna totem. I don't think XiXo's deck plays shield blocks, right? So...
I don't think so either.
Yeah, so there's no way to get out of this, and that's pretty much game over. Doomhammer.
Yeah, if Boombots hit max, it's gonna be 12, 17. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, there's no way.
That's just no way. Even Armorsmith wouldn't cut it because he had like nothing to proc it on. Guess he would go to 8. No, he'll have Lava Shock as well, so 10, and yeah, he would have lethal anyway. I think there was like 0 outs there.
Yeah. He has the Earthshock for the ghoul too, right? So really nothing he can do. Doomhammer just 16 damage, right?
Yeah,
Ready
it's not fun.
He uses the top deck here to like tilt your opponent a little bit. I think XiXo knew he was dead at this point. Takes out the patron from XiXo.
So
Really
XiXo
early.
has the choice between Warlock and Shaman now to counter this. Obviously, the Shaman versus Shaman will be 50-50 near enough.
Yeah, this depends on who gets the first what's his face, the one job,
to
the
the
truck,
Totem Golem.
or the Finlay. Like, do they play Finlay?
Yeah, they play Finley.
Just get the hunter.
They always get
going.
the Hunter hero power.
Oh, like Druid is actually quite good because you get the 3 damage with the Doomhammer. It's actually quite interesting. You just like deal 6 per turn.
Yeah.
Alright, we see his Shaman, and he actually he plays a Molten Giant, so it's probably like Arena Lock, right? He plays the Moltens.
Yeah,
Molten and
guess.
Siphon, yeah.
I think, yeah, it's kind of tricky because.
Ah, you lied. There's the 4-drop. Yes, the fire.
Oh, he plays a photo. It's not common in every list though.
Not
It's
the
not
best
common.
stand for the Shaman.
Some people like to play those, but most of the times not.
Interesting starting hand. What would you take here? Do you take the Void Walker to have a
Yeah,
play
you take
next
the
turn?
Void Walker, I think.
You play the Power Bombing to like deal with whatever he puts out next turn. I like that because he knows there's probably gonna be like he didn't have a 1-drop, so there's probably gonna be like a Totem Golem or something next turn.
Yeah, exactly. That makes a lot of sense. Just picking it to kill that.
Actually, I would have liked the Pharaoh Spirits more here. Into Totem Golem next turn. Actually, can you do that? You have to overload.
Not if he coins.
Right.
You'll have 1 mana.
Right. Okay, so that's a better play. Then he can coin the Pharaohs next turn. Coin Pharaohs into like a Leper Gnome, into a Doomhammer, something like that. Not bad, but
Yeah, you want to overload now, not on your turn 4, right?
Yeah.
But he could also play Leper Gnome into coin Doomhammer.
That's really weak though.
Yeah,
I
agree. I would definitely go for the Ferals here.
I don't like the Leper Gnome. At this point, you still have to pressure with your board, especially against a deck that like, probably has a lot of heal in it, right? Like Warlock usually has a lot of heal. XiXo already has 3 AoE removals with the Hellfire, Demon Wrath, and the Shadow Flame, right? So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the Reno version, right? Otherwise, you'll never play Demon Wrath. So he has like Healbot and Reno.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have any of them yet, though.
Ooh, that's really unfortunate.
that's pretty unfortunate.
XiXo's gonna be happy about that one. Gets like you can tap and big game.
Like there's no PGS targets in that deck, so.
And now he lost the board, forever. Like there's no way he wins the board again from this point on. So
Yeah, but Doomhammer can do stuff even without a board.
it's true, but
There's no taunts in his hand either, so I think he's still kind of forced to draw something because Ryzen can also stall with Feral. Like they're kind of like an ice barrier or something sometimes when you have lost the board in this deck. You just stall a turn, buy a turn with Ferals, and then start hitting face again with the Doomhammer, and then finishing them turn after.
especially if you draw Lava Shock, so the overload doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
But XiXo's just gonna drop like the Giant here. I feel like the Giant is the correct play. Just Giant and try to raise him.
Yeah, you need the minion that kills him fastest. So you need to
You don't have a heal, like right? So you have to basically just
raise
stop the Giant. He has 16 damage showing, so he has to be afraid of dying here, Ryzen. But I don't think he can play around that. I don't think he can play Ferals this turn. I think you just have to go the Horse Rider, Leper, and just smash his face. Maybe you trade with the Horse Rider into the big game hunter, but let's see. How do you set up lethal for next turn? You have like assuming he doesn't have taunt or heal, right? You just Leper Gnome. That's gonna give him 5 mana next turn, so that means you can play Lava Burst Crackle with the Ferals. And that's 5 damage.
So he's down to 10 with Doomhammer next turn, and then it's 50-50.
Crackle has it for 5, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a 50-50, 5 or 6.
The
But
Siphon's
there's a
also gonna give him
Siphon.
rest.
There's a Siphon Solar to stall.
Actually, the Leopard Gnome's gonna give him 2 damage.
Yeah,
So
it would be guaranteed lethal if things didn't change. Like
That is true. That is true.
it's not guaranteed
it's
that
not
the
guaranteed
Crackle has to roll 4 here, right? You have 4, 6, 11 guaranteed. No, actually has to roll 6.
Yeah, because the heal he has to roll 6. He needs to roll 3 before the heal. So
yeah, so he has to roll 6 to win. And you can't totem.
There's no
25%. You get it? Oh, he's gonna draw it out. He's gonna tilt it.
So he could have made. It's worth noting he could have made a defensive play by like shocking and charging into the 4-2, but there was only 2 damage off lethal. It was so likely he could die that I felt like a 1 in 4 was like higher chance to win than if he made the defensive play.
Damn, that was total XiXo so hard if you lost that one.
yeah,
25% bracket in the face. So we see Ryzen's rogue coming out here. Did you guys see a lot of the Raptor rogue in the weeks of the season?
It has served pretty weak. I mean, there was like a bug where
I just killed it. It just disconnects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
But there's no one who had like really success with it, I think.
Yeah, it's really good against rogue actually. You're just like there's no way to deal with the X into goddamn Raptor. Oh yeah. Not a bad hand for the rogue. 4 drop would be pretty good. Sprint wouldn't be bad. XiXo's hand pretty strong too though. You have the Dark Peddler for turn 3. You have the Giant for turn 4. Really hard to deal with if you don't play a big game hunter in the rogue. And he already has this Reno. And like before he mulligan, we saw a Twisting Nether. So another removal. I actually had the in-game was actually didn't see that because the hand's upside down for me, but obviously the better 3 drop.
So he has the option of hitting in and feigning.
No, I like just the deadly eviscerate. It's pretty easy removal here. I don't like that. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I agree. I think I like the deadly. It is better as well.
Like you know your opponent plays implosion. Like just imagine implosion for 4 here. You just get wrecked. I don't like the fan there at all. No, you draw this.
Just get another one. It doesn't matter.
Alright, prep eviscerate. Pretty good here.
Yeah.
Maybe he was. Oh.
I am surprised that usually you want to kill the first one, right?
That just means he wants to kill him really fast. I'm just not sure if he can do that.
No.
Like he does nothing.
But on the other hand, he has Lothar to support this strategy.
Maybe, but like, I would do that if you have a Shredder in hand. Then I would do that, because then you can play Shredder every straight next turn, no matter what, if he replays it, and then you can still kill it. But this way, Lothar, we can't combo anything, because we don't have the mana for it. I really don't like the play. SI gives him a better option here with the fan SI. But that just... like...
So with this line of play from Ryzen, I don't know if Lothar just going face would make sense, if it even sets up for lethal. I don't think it will.
No.
I'm not sure. I don't like this line of play. I like killing the first one, unless you have really specific scenarios with.
Like I would have sapped it too if you had the Shredder in your hand, because then you can still have a follow-up play for next turn plus the Eviscerate, right? But this way, Lothar, you just assume he doesn't play anything, and you know he has a 3-mana Giant on hand. And he's just gonna go Lothar phase.
Yeah, like he's pursuing like the line of play that he.
I think it's pretty desperate. It's just I don't think you play the matchup correctly. There's so many things the Warlock can do to play around your line of play. There's so many cards in this deck. Like even if he just like drops a Reno, like I don't know. He probably plays doubles in the deck, sure, but now he's just like, what are you gonna do now? Just dagger. SI or something like that. Like just really big play. Like
Yeah, I think this is gonna be it. I don't see. Maybe if he draws a sprint next turn.
he has to draw a sprint really soon. Yeah.
Yeah, I think almost like next turn because there's gonna be a lot of fresh on the board.
Really don't like to play from Ryzen here. The line of play he chose. He could have had a better game plan for this game. I don't know if he's just uncomfortable in the matchup or just
Hellfire Reno.
a little bit nervous because it's like
Hellfire Molten Reno. Peddler as well, I guess. pretty strong turn. I think most of... Yeah, he can even play this because he's gonna Reno. That's pretty hilarious.
It's probably a 30 card deck list, right? So you don't have any doubles.
Yeah, I think there's no... Usually there's no duplicates in Reno. Warlock. In Freeze Mage you kind of have to, right? But
yeah, kind of have to.
This is what you call a GG play.
Yep, rip in peace. That's why I didn't like the play. Like you know it's Reno, right? From last game, so like you don't know it guaranteed, but you can like suspect it if you played enough in the last couple of months, right? So you just what's he gonna do here? He's just gonna kill the board, use like 2 of his biggest burst spells, or like I guess she doesn't have enough mana for the second one. But like you basically don't have enough gas in the tank anymore to win. Like, you use your low tap, use a couple of minions.
Yeah, that's sad. I think it will still be hard for him to win with the other line of play, but I still agree that...
I think it would have been like actually like way easier because he has like 3 more draws at least from here on to just like
yeah. But
split,
like he was still like XiXo's hand was pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, it's true, but like still he could have.
But again, like he had the Molten Giant, so he got like that was really punishing as well. I guess it didn't matter in this game because he had so many good answers for the all-in play, but still worth considering.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Ryzen's Druids against this.
So he has to win against this and against the Shaman with the Druid. I think in this game he has a pretty good chance.
People
Different Ryzen, yeah. I think Druid is kind of good against Reno.
Living Roots. So does that mean it's an aggro Druid, or did you just play Living Roots and?
It can be both given this hand. I
but
think
like,
Shades...
any of those cards are in other decks as well, right? Maybe not Shade. Maybe like Mounted Raptor.
Shade is like kind of cut from most aggro Druid lists, so I think it's just mid-range. You play Rapt instead.
I have a really weird question, guys. How do you like this map? Like this board?
This board?
This board?
I don't like it at all because you
like
can barely do anything. It's just like really boring.
Yeah, it's weird. They put the time into all the adventures, and then the board sort of doesn't do much unless there's something we're all missing that they're gonna activate.
Like, you have the like hidden gem and like right behind the picture, but like that's like I don't even know. Really bad start for the Druid here. He doesn't have any follow up to his Innovate Shade. Means he has to hero power again next turn with the Living Roots. Makes him really vulnerable to. Actually, doesn't make him vulnerable yet to the Hellfire because he only has 3 mana. Another Innovate. If he draws into a big drop next turn, like a 7 drop, that would actually be quite good because I think he could play the Keeper into whatever he draws, right? So.
Yeah, preferably a low at this point. It's really running low on resources.
But yeah, usually Reno actually does quite well against all index, right? If you just like go all in with
but I guess it is aggro Druid, right? He has the
it's just Druid of the
Saber. That means he's aggro Druid. Yeah, I found it can be troublesome to play aggro Druid against this deck. But sometimes you are just so aggressive that like most of the time they just don't have the time for the answers. And most of the time they won't have Reno like on turn 7 to 6 or something.
I just feel if you give it too much time to Reno deck, you're gonna have enough answers. Or if you have a draw like this one, like what usually does well against Reno is like either something like a Control Warrior where you just stall out the game and like just fatigue him, so just like don't give him anything to remove, right?
I think if they run Jiraxis, they can beat that.
Yeah, but like Jiraxis against Warrior is always like the thing, right? You have 14 damage with a Deathbite Grom like, at all times, right? So
Oh yeah, but they have ways to like go around that. They have
Yeah,
like
that's
see
true.
the taunt givers and stuff.
But I mean, that was a reason why no one played Grom and Sync. Some point. Jirax at some point. I mean, and, like in this match, doesn't look too good. Like sure, he has only 22 HP and he has a gigantic shade, but doesn't look too great for Ryzen. Doesn't have a good hand here. You're just gonna see a keeper swipe here.
Also, melee lock is really strong against Reno lock, and I think hand lock is also pretty strong because they can't deal with a board that big.
Yeah.
They can like vote
handlock?
with Shadow Flame, but the hand lock there can just be around it.
Yeah. Do people still play handlock just like in tournament?
It's really rare.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Doomsayer would wreck him. Oh, not quite. Actually, wouldn't wreck him because he has answers. Would just like fuck with his gameplay a little bit. Good keeper on the Tiny Knight of Evil, but you know, just play Sylvanas. I don't think there's a way he. The Savage will kill him. 6, 14, 16,
It's 20, right? He only has mana,
20. Yeah.
so it's not.
It's a point where you like get sad. It's like you don't draw your big stuff, you just like draw the little shitters.
Yeah.
You would have really liked like a boom here, even though the Savans is on board.
Just like a raw. So there's something that deals damage right now. It's just all in. I mean, a force. Yeah, raw.
I think you just have to drop the Denasis, just trade the Earth Ring and just hope. I think you have to trade it because like you don't want
Yeah, I
it.
think he might be so all in that he's just gonna hit face with it. It's like really hard to win if he starts trading with anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And then just maybe, I guess there's a chance that if he trades that the Nasus survives on board, but it's still so unlikely. But I don't think you attack with the shade, right?
No, there's no way.
Like you still force the opponent to have like a dark bomb or something.
I don't see why he does that.
I guess there was like implosion, dark bomb to
Yeah, just-
kill
yeah,
your own
just-
Sylvanas.
He just trades now and implosions on Sylvanas and then he gets the shade. Like, okay, XiXo has to be aware of combo,
Then he
but
taunts, right? Afterwards. Then he rolls 2, but he has the coil, so it doesn't
he
matter.
has a coil, it doesn't matter.
I think that is definitely the play.
Oh, XiXo's thinking about something else. See if he has a better play for us.
Ah,
Alright, he does it first. Alright. Doesn't matter which way
yeah,
around.
the ordering doesn't matter.
So we're just gonna trade into the keeper so he can get the coil off.
And I really
That's
like this play. The reason is that if he, yeah, he can coil this now, right? Get an extra card.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Now just taunt.
Thinks of everything. Which is smart. Has so many 1/1s on the board. You know,
Yeah.
swipe would be really good. But then you have like the gigantic shade too. It's unfortunate. And next turn you're just gonna drop a Belcher. Then you drop a low tap, so just like shut him down. And then just push for damage. I don't even know if you like swipe the Sun Fury here or swipe the Shade.
You swipe. If you swipe shade, definitely.
Yeah, you have to swipe the Shade, right? So
Yeah. Of face, but like even if he draws the Kiva, it's not gonna be enough. You already used one, right? So you swipe the shade and hope to draw like a force or something, then that can pull through it as well.
yeah.
Deals damage to his face.
So we'll say Demon Wrath, the best card to draw right now, but he doesn't need much here. He just drop the Belcher outside, drop the Belcher, drop the Mind Control attack, and just go face. That's what I would do. There's not really one card he can draw that would.
It's not.
So-
It's not worth risking playing Loatheb if it's like has draws a second silence. I feel like Belchester's better.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's
And
what I
then
think.
play like a MC Tech, right?
Yeah, just play MC Tech. I mean, you could play the Blood too. It's just like get another HP on one of your taunts, but I don't really think that's the way to go. Let's go for a low tap.
So let's think if he actually draws the silence here. XiXo wouldn't have lethal, right?
No.
Yeah.
But like he chooses to play around. That's a misplay already. He plans to play the juggler. Actually, it sets up lethal, right? Oh, I think he misplayed. He should play the juggler first because you have to juggle.
Yeah.
I think Ryzen played very sloppy this series.
It was like impossible for him to win anyway. So
he seemed uncomfortable with the match against the Mali lock against the Reno lock in general. I wonder if he hasn't played it that much.
Yeah, it seems to be like that.
He's put in a great performance. He will be up again in the third place match in a minute, so he's got to take a minute to gather his thoughts because they will be playing for $500